In this video, we're going to be talking about the split between lead volume and lead quality, especially when it comes to even your outreach, whether you should be prioritizing the quality of your outreach or sheer volume. Now, I generally abide by the principle and the premise that volume negates luck. And the reason for that is when you look at the buyer's market, no matter what it is that you sell, whatever product, service or solution, there is only ever a very small percentile of people that are buyer ready, right? They're in the market actively looking for something that's potentially in the category of what it is that you offer. There's then a slightly larger percentage that maybe aren't actively in the market, but they could be down the line or they potentially could be convinced. And then you've got this mass population of people that just aren't going to be interested. They're not interested, they're not looking for what you have, and they are not in a buyer's mind state. So when you think about the fact that you're really vying for this small population of people at any given time, or potentially the slightly larger one if you're good at what you do and you can start to move someone along a buyer's journey, you're only bidding for really a drop in the ocean, when in any given moment, the mass majority of that ocean is not going to be buyer ready. So if you over-engineer on taking a long time producing the best form of outreach you can, the challenge you're going to have is really you're going to get out hustled, and you're also fighting against a busy inbox, which means that if you're only ever doing quality and you're not able to get enough volume out there simultaneously, you will end up stuck. It's very, very difficult to win the race that way because there is just too much noise, right? There's too many other people vying to get in front of the same target customer profile that you're also vying to get in front of as well. So what does this mean? Are you saying, is Alex then saying that you shouldn't focus on quality at all? Well, certainly not. That's not the premise of this video. But it is to say that if you are to have a bias or you are to have a preference or a lean, it should be towards volume. Because what volume does is, first of all, it allows you to get more feedback from the market. If you start to do outreach at high volumes and at large scale, you'll start to get back feedback to let you know whether you have a compelling offer for the marketplace or whether it just doesn't resonate. And if you're not doing enough volume, you're not going to be able to get enough research to understand how to tweak your offer, how to tweak your messaging. So that's one of the key reasons you need to have enough volume. The second is because of what I just mentioned, right? You're only ever vying for a small portion of people really at any one given time. So if you're not doing enough volume, you're giving yourself a much lower chance or propensity to actually reach those people. The other component of this is the fact that you can take a lot of time doing the best high quality research and outreach that you possibly can. But if the person doesn't actually open your message, what does it mean? And the challenge is you can put together the most well-crafted email, the most well-crafted message, but really the first battle you have is the person actually opening it. And if you're not doing enough volume, you've got to accept that at any given time, you're only going to have a certain percentage of an open rate, whether it's a LinkedIn message, an email, a DM on another social media channel. So if you're not doing enough volume and you're not getting enough of an open rate, you're always going to be running the race from behind. Now, in many cases, depending on what it is that you offer and whatever your offering is, I generally recommend that a client looks to break out their accounts in tiers. So maybe you have a tier A, a tier B, and a tier C. Now, maybe for your tier A, your gold standard clients, the absolute must-wins, these are ones that maybe you carve aside from a mass volume approach and you do much more tailored outreach because these are your gold standard. That might be 5 accounts, 10 accounts, 15. But for the long tail of your accounts, you need to have some form of volume going on. You have to. If not, you will always end up stuck. And the companies that I know that grow the fastest and at the most accelerated rate, they are doing a lot of volume. And it allows them ultimately to scale at pace. So also depends on the type of business you want. A lifestyle type of business that really holds the status quo, or are you a growth mindset type of company? And if so, you need to have some form of volume and some form of scalable mechanism. If you'd like help with building out infrastructure that allows you to scale at some form of pace, having a more predictable client acquisition system, do reach out to me on LinkedIn. Just type my name in, Alex Alleyne, or go on our website, www.fetched.ai. That's FETCHED.ai. You can book a call with us. We'll have a conversation and walk through how we can potentially be helpful for you too. I hope this video has been useful, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one.